welcome back to another Nick Ventures YouTube video! You guys have probably been waiting for so long for this video. And yes, I'm sorry for not posting it sooner. But I got the bike! So, once we get started, I want to apologize for not posting it sooner. But you know how I always apologize for not being inconsistent? Well, this time I'm apologizing for not posting it sooner. Because I've just been having so much fun on this thing. You guys already see. Let's bring the camera closer. So I put a new seat cover on. I'm pretty sure I mentioned these stuff to you. I put a new seat cover on from Amazon. And I put a shock cover on. I have a lot more stuff that I need to get. So, let me show you guys. Okay, so, I have new grips on the way. These grips right now, they're a little plastically, and they give me blisters when I try to wheelie. But, wait, Nick Ventures, you can wheelie? Oh my gosh, I missed so much. Guys, don't get your hopes up. I can't wheelie. I'm trying to learn how. But the best I can do is a 5-second foot drag. And for those who don't know, a foot drag is this. Wow, that was actually really good. So let me give you guys a brief description about this bike. And remember guys, this is a full Tuttio Soleil 1 review about how good it is and the pros and cons. But I'm not being sponsored by Tuttio, so I'm not receiving any money for this. Just your old Nick Ventures, helping out the company. Sorry. The Tuttio Soleil 1 is probably one of the best mini e-motos out there for not just the price, but everything else. Let me tell you guys. First off, the seat. The seat has so much room, you can easily fit 2 people on this bike. Even with this bag, that takes up some space. Now, the pros of the seat, I just said, you can fit 2 people, pretty comfy, and it's super easy to put a seat cover on, like I did. Now, the cons. There's not really much cons about this seat, but the only thing I have to say is that after like 3 to 4 hours of riding, it starts to hurt your butt. Like, it starts to hurt your butt pretty bad. But not like really bad. It just gives you a wedgie. So like every time I'm at a red light or something, I stand up, fix my pants, you know, and then I feel better. Now let's talk about up here. Up here you have these grips that are really good for a stock. They do the job done. The pros. You know, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really have a lot of pros for these grips. I mean, to be honest, if you talk about the quality of these grips, they're very plastic-like, and they don't really feel that good. When I do foot drags and stuff, I start to get these blisters on my hands after a while. But don't worry, it's super easy to put new grips on. The only reason why I don't have new grips on right now is because, let me show you guys real quick. If you guys search up a Baja headlight, I'll put it up right here. A Baja headlight. I'm getting a Baja headlight and a horn combo for this bike. And once I get that, I will have to take the grips off to put the button on that turns on the headlight and the horn. So when I do that, I'll just put the new grips on when I do that. Now, the brakes. The brakes, I have not yet had one problem with them. The brake fluid, really good. The wire management is just... Think of your not plastic. Think of your classic bike. The wire management doesn't bother you at all. There's no wires like here. They have it running through here. I'm pretty sure that's for the throttle though. The left one is for the rear brake, and the right one is for the front brake. Remember guys, this bike is completely stock other than the seat cover and the shock cover, which I will get to in a minute. So, the brakes, they come stock. Disc brakes, really strong, will get the job done. Let me show you guys the rear brake. Booyah. Remember guys, if you do end up getting this bike, I highly recommend to not use the front brake to brake really fast. If you're going like 30 miles per hour and there's a car that just cut in front of you, do not use the front brake. If you use the front brake, the bike will most likely flip over because the brake is so strong. If something like that happened, you will use the rear brake. But if you see that it's not strong enough, then you will use both brakes at the same time. Now let me show you guys something. You can't press down on the brakes really hard as soon as you need it. If I go forward and then I press down on the brakes, they'll lock up and then they'll drift. Not only does that bald your tires, but it could make you spin out and fall over. Now let's do a brake test. I'm off frame in eco. I will stop as soon as I get to that. As soon as I get here, I'll start to brake. Okay, not off frame yet. Look at that. That was like what? 5 miles an hour. Not fast at all, obviously. But what did I tell you? They do get the job done. Guys, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this bike is probably one of the best bikes for a beginner. Not only for a beginner person, but a beginner e-moto. This bike not only goes under 40 miles an hour, but it comes with very safe features. Like I mentioned before, the brakes are super strong and will surely get the job done. The bike also comes with pegs to put your feet up while you're riding, so you won't just have your feet dangling and dragging across the road. The bike also comes with a brake sensor for the rear brake. Let me show you guys. Hold the rear brake and throttle at the same time. It'll make a beeping sound and will not let the bike move at all. This is very good for beginners because it's a lot harder to throttle and press the brake at the same time, which will lead to a crash because they have brake sensors. Let's talk about this side. The bike comes with a Sur-on-like throttle. Pretty torquey. Remember guys, I'm at 3 bars right now, so it'll obviously be a little weaker than it would be at 5 bars, but not that big of a difference. As I was saying, it comes with a throttle like the Sur-on, very snappy, and the bike itself, it's pretty torquey. Alright, this is the Eco torque test. You know, it may not seem like much, but remember, that's an Eco, the lowest mode, which I'm pretty sure only goes about 18 miles per hour. Now, this is Tour mode. It goes Eco, Tour, then Sport. This is the Tour mode torque test on the Tuttio Soleil 1. Now, you definitely see a difference there. That's because Tour has a top speed of 27 miles per hour. Now, for the final one, Sport. Sport is very torquey, and you want to make sure when you're around some friends that aren't really smart, you can't let them touch the throttle while you're in Sport. Because I've had a few situations where they pulled the throttle and I almost fell off the bike because it's so torquey. The torque test in Sport mode. You see that? Very strong. Top speed in Sport is 37 miles per hour. And remember guys, you guys can tune this bike to make it go faster. Stock, the Tuttio Soleil 1 comes with a 48-volt battery that gives you a top speed of 37 miles per hour. But there are many options for an upgrade. There are many stores out there that'll give you like a 52-volt or 60-volt or even a 72-volt. In my opinion, if I were to get a stronger battery, I would just get a new bike because batteries aren't that cheap. A 48-volt battery like this costs around $400 to $600. I have 2 batteries right now. The other battery I bought from my friend because he got a 60-volt battery or a 52-volt. Now, let's talk about the suspension. The suspension on this bike is absolutely insane. It is so quiet and just so good. Look at this. Do you guys hear anything? Because I don't. Unless there's like background noise on the mic. If I were you and I was looking for a bike to go on dirt trails and hit jumps, and you need a mini e-moto, not a big one, this is the one to get. 100%. I actually don't know about the Hey Bike Villain, but out of Yasma, C-Moto, X1 or Q1, no, X1 I think it's called. This is the one to get. All of those ones are made in like the same factory, or the same company kinda, and they prefer quantity over quality. They make a loud sound when you bounce on them because the suspension isn't that great, and it bounces back instead of going like this, kind of like sinking you into the ground and then slowly pushing you back up. The other bikes will just go like this. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Now, the range and speed. The range on this bad boy, I can talk for hours about the range. To be honest, if it was me, I would prefer range over power any day of the week. I have driven this like 50 miles in one day. But that's only in Eco. If you go in Tour or Sport, you will obviously get less miles because it goes faster. Eco, 18 miles an hour, but will get you so much range. Tour, it's a little faster. Actually, it's a lot faster. About 10 miles an hour faster. And you'll obviously get less range, but still a very good amount. Around, I would say, 30 to 40 miles, I would say. And then in Sport, the strongest mode, you would only get around, I would say, 20 to 30 miles of range. Now, I don't think I have to talk about anything else. I mean, the wheels, these are stock. I'm looking to get different ones, not because they're bad, but because I don't like the color and I'm not really a good painter. Well, oh shoot. Where'd my mic go? Oh, what the heck? How'd you get up there? I didn't put you up there. Okay, I'm sorry. Instead of talking about the bike, let's talk about me and the bike. Let me show you guys some circles. They're pretty cool. Yahoo! What you're looking at right now is Eco mode. Remember, the lowest mode, only around 15 to 18 miles an hour. Actually, let me go check it out right now. I'll probably not get the full speed because I'm at 3 bars, but I can still test it out. Yeah, so I got up to 14 miles an hour, but I'm at 3 bars. Now let's do Tour. I am 80% sure Tour is 27 miles per hour. Let's check. Okay, I only got up to 24 miles per hour there. Okay, now let's do Sport. Sport will obviously give you 37. I actually got to 38 on here. You know, people care so much about speed, but you don't even use your top speed a lot. I only got to top speed in this one area that's just a really long road and it's super empty. But that's it. So, let's do Sport. Alright, I really don't have enough space to get to top speed, so I'll just show you guys like this. Let's put it in Eco. Okay, Eco, top speed test. Yep, 18 miles per hour. And for some reason, when I'm lifting it up, it shows the full speed even when I'm at 3 bars. I could be at 1 bar, but it'll show the full speed when I'm lifting it up because it has no like tension to it. Now, let's do the Tour test. Yep, that's 27 miles per hour in Tour. Now let's do Sport. Let's see if it'll go up to 38. Alright, 37.2. You know, it doesn't seem fast, but when you're on the bike, trust me, it feels like you're the fastest guy out there. Let me show you guys my foot drag progress. I just learned how to do foot drags like a week ago. If it was me deciding, I'm making a lot of progress. I started learning in Eco, which you're actually supposed to learn in Tour, because that's the main speed you foot drag in. But I was more comfortable with Eco, so this is me foot dragging in Eco. You see, you can't really keep it up. Alright, so now this is a foot dragon tour. That was actually pretty bad. Hold on. I'll start posting daily. I don't know about daily. Whenever I can. I'll post whenever I can shorts of my foot drag progress just to show you guys how I'm doing. Tour foot drag. Wow, that was really bad. You guys remember Rowan from my last video? I think it was my last video. Well, he's really good at foot drags. He can hold it for like 100 feet, 200 feet. I don't know. Rowan, just say in the comments how long you can hold it. Now, I'm gonna try sport. I never tried foot dragging in sport. So if I loop on camera, you guys, alright, fault. I'm blaming you guys if I loop. By the way, looping is falling backwards when you're wheeling. Wow, very powerful. Oh my! I'm trying one more time. This is... Okay, yeah, Yeah, sport is way too powerful to foot drag. Rowan, he foot drags in sport, but that's only because he's really good at it. He's been doing it. He got his studio actually in March. Not too long ago, but he's had it much longer than me, which I got it in June. And yeah, that's why I'm so good at foot dragging. Yep. Alright, this is tour. I'm so good, guys, right? Okay, let's go on a ride. I'm not sure how to hold the camera because I didn't bring my camera holder. I mean, we could just... Guys, do not try this at home. I'm being very dumb right now. I'm only riding with one hand. That's why I'm not going fast. Just to show you guys me riding it. Oh, there's a kid staring at me. Okay. Subscribe to Nick Adventures! Yo, I just subscribed. Yo, thank you, bro. I'm gonna head home now, and I'll see you guys at home. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Tuttio Soleil 1. Very good bike. I love it. And if any e-motor brands are looking to sponsor me, I'd be happy to sponsor you on this YouTube channel. Just message me on TikTok right here at latino.nick1. Yep, very cool. Just DM me here and I will let you know what stuff. And, you know. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, I'm going to try and post some YouTube shorts like foot drag progress and day in the life or something. Nick Ventures, out.